Member Carwin.
Here.
Councilmember Sobek.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Dinas.
Here.
And Mayor Zimmerman.
And I'm here. One of the things that I like to do, and I kind of started this tradition, is to call on someone from the audience. And we have one of our Parks Commissioners here. This will be his last service as Parks Commissioner. His name is Bill Ackerman. I'm going to ask Bill if he wouldn't mind leading us in our flag salute. Let's all stand, please.
Okay, ready, begin.
All right, thank you. Yeah, calling on somebody in the audience is just another opportunity to point them out, talk about what they do. Sometimes we pick people that are just volunteering in the community, and it's just great that they also come to these meetings and that they're willing to lead our lead the flag salute. So with that, I'm going to move on our agenda now. We're on item 4. This is our election certification and city council reorganization, and I'm going to turn it over to our city clerk, Stephanie Rosine, to introduce the item.
Thank you, Mayor, City Council. There we go. So tonight, I'm privileged to report out on our 2024 general municipal election results. So as a quick overview, we wanted to kind of get a look at what our voter turnout has been compared to our last mayoral and presidential election. So this year we had about a 75% turnout citywide compared to an 85% turnout in 2020. But there was a lot of factors that go into a higher turnout in 2020. We knew a lot of people were home at that time. So can contribute some of that turnout rating to that. But we'll go into more detail into our specific districts and our mayor seat. So for District 1, we had about 19,000 voters and 14,000 ballots cast for about a 77% turnout, with our incumbent Bob Carwin prevailing over in that district. For District 3, we have about 17,000 voters and about almost 13,000 ballots that were cast. And the prevailing candidate for District 3 was Dan Temple. For our mayoral votes, we had about almost 73,000 registered voters. This is citywide, and 54,000 ballots cast for about a 75% turnout, with our prevailing candidate being Ricky Estrada. With that short presentation, staff is asking for City Council to adopt a resolution declaring the results of our November 5th, 2024 general municipal election, and I'm available if you have any questions.
All right, thank you, Madam Clerk. Council members, do we have any questions of staff? No questions? All right. At this point, Madam Clerk, do we have any requests to speak on this item?
We do not.
And do we have any correspondence?
No, we do not.
All right. I'm going to ask for a motion and a second to adopt the resolution that declares the results.
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
Mayor Zimmerman?
I cast my vote, but it's not taking it, so I'll give a voice vote as a yay.
Thank you.
And I see that passed unanimously, so congratulations to our incoming council members. We are now going to move to the front of the dais, and Mayor Pro Tem Dinas is going to facilitate the presentations. Our first presentation being the outgoing members of the City Council. And so with that, let's head on up to the front of the dais.
Such a big smile on your face, Bill.
All these great people that are here.
Hello, testing? All right. Well, welcome everyone. It's both an honor to be to run the rest of this meeting, but it's also bittersweet to do it as well. So with that, I know we have a number of dignitaries in the audience that would like to come up and recognize our two outgoing wonderful council members and mayor. And so we'll start with at the federal level. So I have Jet with Congressman Calvert's office to come up and say a few things.
Okay. Well, hello, everybody. Good evening, council. My name is Jet Benavidez. Of course, I'm here representing Congressman Ken Calvert. Let me start off with Mayor Zimmerman. We just want to extend our huge appreciation for your service to the city of Menifee. You have served the residents so profoundly. Your leadership has been a blessing to the city and our community, and we are so grateful to have you. And we're sorry to see you go, and we know that the next chapter of your life is going to be so absolutely wonderful, and you'll continue to serve in so many wonderful ways. Your personality is so vibrant, it radiates everyone. You've been so kind to me, and I know you and Congressman Calvert have a great relationship, so we really appreciate that. And congratulations on the next chapter in your life. So thank you very much. And your legacy here on this council as mayor will be solidified in the U.S. House of Representatives through a congressional record, so we will always remember your legacy. And Councilmember Sobek, same to you. No, I'm kidding. Ditto. You have served this council with so much grace, and the congressman is so appreciative to have worked with you throughout all of these years. You have been such a light on this council. You are a true, faithful public servant, and you love this community, and it shows. And Congressman Calvert sees that, and we appreciate you. And your legacy will always be forever lasting here in the city of Menifee, and will of course be remembered in the U.S. House of Representatives through also a congressional record. So no, it'll never ever be forgotten. So thank you for your wonderful, wonderful service. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. And congratulations to all the incoming council members and mayor as well. Congratulations and thank you all. Appreciate it.
We can do a picture real quick. Need a couple more arms. So I know State Senator Cierto is here. Yeah. Right here. Oh, okay. Come forward, please. And
well, you know what? It's always easy to get up and talk about your friends. And over the years, although we've met through the city councils and things like that, I consider these two my friends. And one of the reasons for that is because you watch a community. In Murrieta, we had our struggles back in the day after we incorporated, and then watching Menifee go through some of those struggles, but also learning from what other people had to go through, and watching these two help navigate this community into what it is today is something I'm really proud of them for. Both of them have been active, and one of the most important relationships you can have is that between your city leaders and your state representatives. Because in order for us to help advocate for you, we need to communicate. And these two have been the chief communicators of this council and helping me understand what it is that we have to go to bat for, and also what the things are that matter to all of you the most. And although we haven't bridged some of those gaps yet, transportation funding, we're going to fight like hell to make sure that happens. And so I just want to say how much I appreciate. Where's our reds? Oh, okay, thank you. How much I appreciate what they have done to lead this community, and also their friendship over the years. Now, there's one resolution, but there is another en route. It will. Here we go. Here's another resolution for you. You're both presented with resolutions from the state legislature recognizing your invaluable service to the citizens of Menifee. And also, you know, just again, on behalf of me, from my heart, I am so honored to have been a representative with you guys. So thank you.
Thank you, Senator, for being both a partner and a friend to Menifee. Appreciate it. Now, for Assemblymember Saley's Representative Andrew will come up and has a few kind words to say.
Hello, everyone. All right. Mayor Zimmerman and Councilman Sobek, it has been my distinct honor personally and also on behalf of the Assemblymen to work with you closely, seeing both of you at ribbon cuttings and different community events. And everything you've done to make this city's vision much brighter is greatly appreciated. And, you know, this is just like the least that we could do to provide this recognition to both of you. So thank you so much for all you've done for the city, not just on the council, but before you were on the council too, with all of the engagement that you've done with the organizations. It's just all inspiring. So thank you so much for your service.
Now I'd like to welcome up Menifee's favorite county supervisor, Supervisor Washington.
Thank you, Dean. I didn't know there was a competition for favorite. I just assumed I was it. Dang, I got to work harder. I love our congressional reps and our state legislators, but it takes 15 years of city council work and almost 10 years as a county supervisor to truly understand how important what you do and what you have done is to the community, because it's local government, city and county, that people wake up to every day. It's street lights, it's police, it's fire, it's roads, it's parks, it's health services, it's social services, all of those things. And we most effectively serve our constituents when we work together. And it is so easy to work together with you guys. I mean, so much so, I think someone else already called you friends, but I'm gonna do the same. You've been good friends. My wife knows who you are. She knows about you. We talk about you over dinner. Yes, we do. Because I could never do what Kelly does. I love Kelly. We work together on the city level for a couple years, but right here for me, this is where my heart is, working with city folks, county folks, and so I'm gonna miss you. I'm getting a little choked up just thinking about it. I'm gonna miss you. I have a pocket full of them. But I brought a couple of proclamations along, nicely framed. They're not as nice as the state legislature. Yeah. And it's not a congressional record. But I signed it. It's got a it's got a county seal. It's from the Board of Supervisors. Hopefully, you'll find a place to hang it, and it'll remind you of the good work you've done and how much the county appreciates you. Love you both.
Gonna bring more family to carry that home, won't you? This time I'd like to open it up to my fellow council members to say a few things you would like to, and I'll start with Bob.
You know, over the course of time, I've said this before, and I'll say it again about Lisa Sobek, that if there's something good that has happened in the city of Menifee, odds are her fingerprint is on it somewhere and her name was attached to it. I had the honor to serve with Lisa Sobek on our planning commission, and watching her blaze that trail and everything that she's accomplished here at city council and all of the work you've done. Heck, you were involved in the group that took the Stevens kangaroo rat down from an endangered species. If nothing else, that's an accomplishment right there. So it's just been wonderful to watch you work, and I thank you for everything you've done for our city, and we hope to honor your legacy with continuing on here. And then, Mayor, what can I say? I remember when you came in and what you had to face when you sat down in that chair for the first time, and the way you handled it, and the way you have molded this city council from an egregious lump of clay into the statue-esque group that we are today. So thank you very much for your guidance and leadership and setting a new tone for the city of Menifee that I hope will continue many, many years into the future. So thank you very much to both of you. And now I'll turn it over to our mayor-elect, Ricky Estrada.
Bill and Lisa, it's been an honor to serve alongside of you. Both of you have brought our city and your fellow council members institutional knowledge that helped shape who we are today as a city. And it's going to be difficult to replace that. Your experience, your mentorship to the rest of the council, to the rest of the city staff has helped lead us in a positive direction. Councilwoman Sobek, you should be very proud of everything you have accomplished. Your many years on the city council, your years on the planning commission. There are many, many residents who are thankful for all the tireless hours you've spent with the community groups and touching people one-on-one. Mayor Zimmerman, we are very proud that you were our mayor. You stepped in at a very difficult time, and you held our ship steady here in the city of Menifee. Thank you to both of you for your public service, and God bless both of you.
Well, you know, one thing is very true. Between the two of you, I think you know everybody in the city of Menifee by working with you. So you know almost everybody, even the new people that haven't even moved in yet. But, you know, I'd say, Lisa, you know, if you looked up the word public servant, your picture would definitely be there, because that's your heart and that's your passion. It was to take care of the city, grow it the way it needs to be, and think of the residents first. It was, there's no selfishness in you on that, and it was a great, great pleasure serving with you. And I know you're not going to disappear. We'll see you in the community. You'll be busy volunteering and doing things. Bill, you know, it's been a real pleasure working with you. We've had a lot of conversations, and so I really know your heart for the city, and you did it. I mean, how many people really would have retired early just to take the position of mayor? And all those exciting emails, supportive emails you always got. Yeah, but you know, you did set the course for Menifee as what a mayor should do, and it's going to be a long time before we have another mayor that fits the bill that like you did. And it was just an honor to work with you. It's an honor to work with both of you, and you'll be sorely missed. Good thing is you're still around. So we got your number in case I need a question or something. Remember that. But thank you so much for your sacrifice and your service to Menifee. Your fingerprints will be all over Menifee as you drive around, no doubt about it. So with that, here, hold this for a second. Don't go anywhere. I gotta get that. We have a proclamation here for each of you. Top one's yours, Lisa. From the city of Menifee. And I'll turn this over to Madam Clerk. You have a summation of what they say. If you go ahead and read that for us, please.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. It's an honor to talk about a little bit of the both of your histories. I'll start with Councilwoman Sobek. Councilwoman Sobek has demonstrated exceptional dedication to the city of Menifee since moving here in 1989. Her service began with significant contributions to local education and now the Southwest Higher Education Coalition, enhancing regional educational opportunities. She transitioned into city governance as a planning commissioner before being elected to city council in 2015, re-elected in 2016, and re-elected in 2020. During her tenure, she played a key role in establishing vital city programs such as the Homeless Task Force, Park Ranger programs, Military Banner Program, Menifee Better Together, and the Menifee Interfaith and Community Service Council. She has championed infrastructure, safety improvements, and the Menifee Police Department, ensuring the city's security and growth. Councilwoman Sobek was pivotal in the development of the Central Park Amphitheater, enriching the community's cultural and recreational offerings. Beyond her official role, she has volunteered extensively for community organizations, embodying her deep commitment to public service and improving Menifee's quality of life. So now, therefore, the City of Menifee City Council do hereby recognize and honor Councilwoman Lisa Sobek for her outstanding service, leadership, and countless contributions to the City of Menifee. Her legacy of community building and tireless dedication will forever leave an indelible mark on the city that she loves so dearly.
I have a little cheat sheet. What's supposed to be next? I remember it all. Let's see. Okay. Now is the time. If I could have the executive management team come up, because there's more yet. Not getting off this easy.
Mayor Pro Tem, can I give a summary for the mayors too?
Oh, I thought, okay, sit down.
It was long.
Go ahead.
Both of their accomplishments are so long.
Didn't rub off on them for me.
Mayor Zimmerman has been a dedicated leader and advocate for the city of Menifee since making it his home in 1989. He has worked tirelessly to preserve the city's heritage while fostering its growth and development. His leadership journey began as one of the first planning commissioners in 2009, where he helped shape the city's general plan. He also served as one of the first Parks, Recreation, and Trails commissioners in 2014. Appointed as mayor in 2018 and elected in 2020, Mayor Zimmerman guided Menifee through significant growth, contributing to various local initiatives and serving on key committees such as the Economic Development Ad Hoc Committee, Southwest Elected Collaborative Group. His community engagement extended to the founding the Arts Council Menifee, presiding over the Antelope Menifee Rural Center Board, and supporting the Menifee Valley Historical Association. Regionally and statewide, Mayor Zimmerman has served on the Riverside County Transportation Committee and the Western Riverside County Programs and Projects Committee, showcasing his commitment to improving infrastructure and transportation. His leadership reflects a deep dedication to Menifee's progress and prosperity. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the City Council of the City of Menifee do hereby present the proclamation to honor and celebrate Mayor Bill Zimmerman's extraordinary contributions, steadfast dedication, visionary leadership, which have led an indelible mark on the City of Menifee and its residents.
Put those down. Wait, there's more. Okay, now you can come up. Now you may. I did pretty good. You know, I got pretty far without messing up here, so I'm kind of proud of myself here. Turn over to our city manager.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. If I can have Rebecca and Brian come up here. You know, as you know, I got to have front row seat to some of the amazing work these two individuals did over the last several years, and not every day that goes by, I think about how blessed I am to have been part of this group. I can call them friends now. They were very instrumental in accomplishing a lot of things in Menifee, Lisa, you're the last standing council member that approved my contract, and I want to thank you for trusting me and giving me that opportunity to be here as your city manager. You know, over the last years, I always felt very comfortable talking to her, having conversations about some of the amazing things she wanted to accomplish for the city of Menifee, and she did. She was very involved, and I think the citizens of Menifee should be glad that she was part of that transformation for our city. So I'm going to miss you tremendously, and our conversations about your vision, the growth you wanted for Menifee. So I surely will miss you. Also, very blessed to have a mayor like Bill Zimmerman. You know, I've been a city manager for over 10 years now, and in city government for over 30. And I tell him he is the best mayor I have ever worked for. He truly is. Him and I too had a lot of conversations about what he wanted to accomplish in our city, and he did have a huge setback. He needed to make sure that he kept all of our meetings civil. As you all may know, some of our meetings were not civil all the time, but he did a tremendous job in making sure that he, as a presiding officer, he took care of the business that we needed to accomplish. And one of the things that I appreciate about Bill is that he was always very inclusive with his responsibility as a mayor, and also making sure that all his council members were included in his decisions. And I mean, you all saw that during presentations. It wasn't just Bill that stood up there. He always included his council members, and I appreciate that about him. And that, I think that brought us together as a group. So I respect that a lot. I want to also call you a friend, because I enjoyed a lot of our conversations about where you wanted the city to go, especially with your land planning background. So I want you to know I appreciate those conversations, and I'm going to miss them. So both of you, I'm going to miss both of you. I don't know if you guys would like to say a few words or just hand them the flowers. Thank you. All right.
So in recognition of the people that support their council member and mayor, it is one thing to serve on the council. It is another thing to be married to them, and so we want to recognize those people that have done that. So this one is for our First Lady.
Also want to recognize Councilmember Sobek's spouse, because it is a huge time commitment. We have been honored to work alongside you, but we know that it is a commitment that your whole family makes when you serve. The amount of hours and time that's dedicated to serving our community is tremendous. So thank you very much, and thank you.
And you know, we don't have proclamations or certificates, but we do have something special we do. And I'd like to ask our Nick Fittler, our Public Works Director, Cheryl Kitsero, to come up, and also Chief Carr. They have a special presentation for our city. And Travis, yeah, Travis Hickey. I think he's back there counting our money.
Honorable Mayor, Councilmember Sobek, I have the honor and the blessings to give you the Public Works tradition, a street marker sign with your names and located way. We try to do that because it's always your way. If you'll notice, it has your years of service where the block numbers would be represented, just showing how much commitment you've provided to the city throughout these years. And I have to echo what both Brian and Rebecca has said, because your spouses play an important part to this, and I really appreciate Julie and Jim, your support to them, because they work throughout the night and throughout every day of the week, answering and responding to citizen requests, directing emails to staff. These two work constantly, and that only is supported through their spouses. So I appreciate both of you giving them to us for these several past years to allow them to support their community. And I just really also would like to say how much my department and our city appreciates everything you've done to help us grow in this city. Their fingerprints are seen throughout the city. They have participated in several major capital improvement projects, most recently the Holland Road Bridge, which is approximately $35 million. They were both involved from the inception of that project and carried it through construction. So again, these are projects that happened on your terms, and I appreciate everything you've done for the city.
Now Sheriff Kitchener.
Thank you. So as a token of the appreciation from your community development team, Councilmember Sobek, a picture of the team in front of City Hall with personal words of appreciation for your hard work and commitment, and always appreciation and kindness to staff. And Mayor Bill Zimmerman, that is our general plan, and with your land planning background and starting on our planning commission and the history that you've taught our community development team here in the chambers and at the History Museum, we appreciate you for that, and additional personal words of appreciation. Thank you. I appreciate you both. It was a pleasure to work with you.
And now Travis, our CFO.
Well, you know, in finance, we're always behind the scenes, and so we don't have a lot of cool things like land use maps and public works signs, and I don't even want to know what they get from the police department. But you know, we are always in the background, and we do really appreciate all of the support from Councilwoman Sobek and Mayor Zimmerman for your time and all of the support for the city. And so we came up with this little idea. So it has the messages from our people in finance to you, as well as our own version of a dollar there. So it includes the city's budget, is the serial number on there, along with the population of the city, along with the names there. And then on the back, we also have the budget message from when Councilwoman Sobek directed the budget, which is oh gosh, I forget. It starts with Menifee. And so it was Menifee with the M-E in caps and bold to represent the way that it starts with me, and it starts with the individual. And so we're just really thankful for both of your years of service to the city and your support for the finance department. So on behalf of the finance department, thank you.
Thank you, Travis. And last but not least, our Chief of Police. I hear you get one ticket waived.
All right, so this is just a token of our gratitude. Both of you were part of the original inception of the police department. Mayor, you led us through all this. You led council through the creation, what the vision was, kept everybody on track, and just the support that we've had from both of you has been amazing. So this is the least we could do to say thank you, and really just look forward to the continued relationships, continued working together, And I mean, all the way up to the last day, Lisa's still sending me messages saying, hey, look out for our community. So I love it. I love their dedication. Thank you all for everything you've done. Thank you for supporting the police department. And thank you for making safety your priority here.
Thank you, guys.
Nope, nope, stay here. Wait, there's more yet. I think you have, yep. Okay, so I'm going to turn this part over to Councilmember Sobek. She has a special presentation.
Yes. So Mr. Hawley and Rose Rhodes from the Sun City Quilt Guild has a special presentation.
Thank you.
Okay, come on up.
Oh,
here.
you want me up there?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm Rose Rhodes. I'm with the Sun City Quilting Club. And I guess you wonder what a little old white-haired lady from a group of quilters is doing here tonight. Council Lady Sobek asked me to be here and to do a presentation, which we were honored to do. And our little group is very small. In Sun City, our little group is only about less than 24 ladies and 1 male quilter. And we do quilts. And so you think about us sitting around doing little old sewing projects. However, through the years, we have made and donated hundreds of quilts to our foster agencies for foster children. We also, in 2008, joined the Quilt to Valor Foundation, and we have made and awarded hundreds of Quilts of Valor to our veterans and also active duty military touched by war. And Mayor Zimmerman has been a part of a lot of our presentations, and his wife Julie. And when we think about him in our little group in Sun City, we think about all the activities, the things he's been involved in, the Boys and Girls Club, our future. We think about our museum, our history, cleaning trash on the highways to keep our city beautiful and proud. He's involved in all aspects of the city. He's always been supportive of our senior communities, and for that we are grateful. He's participated in various events and activities within our Sun City community, and also doing things for our veterans. We wanted to show our appreciation to the mayor for his support to Sun City by awarding him something that we made especially for him.
Oh my gosh. This is why I'm
Sorry. We show it to him first, and then we show it to the audience. And we want you in front for a picture. Okay, wait. I want him first in front of you. Yeah. You can tell they're not experienced. And now, And now reverse it. Can we reverse it? And wrap him in his quilt as we do veterans when they receive their quilts of valor. Yes.
Very good. With that, then we'll ask the council to return to our seats. Once the mayor figures how to fold up his. We return back to your seats, yes. Okay, a moment here to get my cheat sheet out again. At this time, I'd ask our city manager, Armando Villa, to introduce the staff's last presentation.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem and members of the council and members of the public. As you all know, both Mayor Zimmerman and Councilwoman Somer were very instrumental in the formation of our Menifee TV, another big milestone for our city, the creation of our communications department and our productions unit, and in appreciation of their support for our efforts, they prepared this little piece for them. So can we roll it?
Is that Mayor Bill Zimmerman?
Mayor Bill Zimmerman.
We have our mayor, Bill Zimmerman.
Welcome, Menifee's wonderful mayor, Mr. Bill Zimmerman.
Please join me in welcoming my friend and your mayor, Bill Zimmerman.
This is a very exciting day for all of us. It's a very historic day. This is your park, this is your place, and you guys are taking care of it. And so on behalf of the city of Menifee, I want to say thank you. We've also held a policy of maintaining zero unfunded pension liabilities, and that's kind of unheard of for a public agency. We pay in full our pension liabilities every year. It was in October of 2008 when we officially became a city, and the importance of today's milestone occasion rises to that same level of significance. This is your fire station. This belongs to the community, to the city of Menifee, and the folks that paid for it. It's been an honor to serve this city since 2018, and we've grown so much, and I feel like we've done this hand in hand, and we've done it together. So thank you for letting me be a part, and happy holidays.
I believe that we've come up with one of the most beautiful amphitheaters in all of Southwest Riverside County. I am so excited about this.
It is an incredible honor to stand here today at the opening of the long-awaited Holland Road overpass, a project that will bring significant relief to our residents and improve their daily lives.
This medic patrol will help cut down on response times. And I just want to thank all of our city staff, our city manager, who worked so hard to help to make this happen.
We'll see you around town, Menifee. Very cool. Thank you. That was very nice. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Okay, with that, Madam Clerk, is there anyone that put speaker slips in to say anything? And so we'd like to hear from.
We do. Can I have Cindy Warren and Lisa DeForest up to the podium?
And remember that because of the volume of folks, probably that we will be doing our 3-minute speaking limit.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem.
Well, on behalf of your neighbors and friends from the South, we are so honored to be here for both of you on this amazing day. And we are so sad to say goodbye, but I know with both of your servants' hearts that it will not be goodbye. It'll be what's next. And I know Lisa and I will be working on a program and project together, which will take many years together. So I got you for a few more years. And Bill, I just want to thank you for always helping and just always being there to lend a hand, whether it was regionally or local. And Murrieta has a partnership with Menifee, with our dispatch, and that will continue. And the reason that will continue and that will thrive and the cities will thrive together is because of your foundation that you led. So your amazing foundation will leave the legacy, and I love the fingerprints everywhere that both of you have left on the city. 23 years, Bill, and 11, Lisa. What a legacy. Thank you so much for your time, and to your spouses for their time, because as an elected, we know that you're not doing this alone. You're doing it with your family. So thank you so much. I appreciate, and I'm honored to be here today.
Thank you, Councilman.
What an honor it is to come before you and say thank you. Lisa, you and I met a few years ago, and I've had the honor and privilege of learning from you, and you lead by example. Your legacy is going to be throughout this city, day in and day out. They will see what you have done, what you have accomplished, and you have so much to be proud of, and it's an honor to call you my friend. And I'm so proud, and your future is bright, so it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see what you're going to do next. And Bill, we go back a long, long ways. We actually went to high school together. And no, I'm not going to tell you anything bad, but I'm going to tell you that he's always been an outstanding young man and a leader. And what you have taught me regionally and within our cities is to give with a servant heart and to lead by example with integrity, honor, and character, and you have done that throughout your life. And friend, I trust in you dearly, and it's an honor to call you my friend. God bless to both of you, and here's for a great future ahead. Thank you for having us.
Thank you both.
And we would love to stay and party, but we have a council meeting, and I hope that we make it with Mrs. Toad's Wild Ride back to Murrieta.
Yes, we really appreciate you both being here. Thank you.
We have Gloria Sanchez, followed by Joyce Johnson.
Good evening, City Council, staff, friends. Gloria Sanchez with the Senior Advisory Committee. I know you can lower this thing
Just
down.
Little button.
I just don't know how to do it.
There's a button underneath. There it is.
Oh, whoa.
Going down.
It's going way down. Okay, did we hurt anyone? I want some more time just because of this, okay? Anyway, Gloria Sanchez, representing the Menifee Senior Advisory Committee. We have all our committee members here with us today, so if they would all stand. Bruce Atwood, Linda Blanche, Debbie Mannion, and A.J. Novak. On behalf of this committee, We want to say thank you to both of you, to the entire City Council for supporting this committee, which is very important to our senior population. You have always supported us in every effort that we've made to make seniors feel comfortable, acknowledged, and respected here in the city of Menifee. Not only have you left your fingerprints on everything, but you put Menifee on the map. Remember that. And I think everyone, when I see it on TV on the weather map, I said, there's Menifee. So you have put us on that map. You will always be remembered for all of the goodness that you have brought to us. Your dedication to all citizens has been outstanding. Your warmth, your friendliness, the ability to approach you and call you at all times of the day and night, and you're always there for all of us. I can't say enough about the two of you. And also, you will be missed, but we will see you at different places all over. You are not leaving the city. You are now embracing the city by being a citizen, and all of your knowledge we can use and we can follow in your example. So I want to just say that personally, Bill, thank you so much. I'm so glad that I have been your appointee in several committees and commissions. It's an honor to always represent you. Lisa, my good friend. Oh boy. You've always been there. I know. You've always been there for all of us, all the time. Never mind what you were doing or what other project you were on. When there was an emergency, you were there for us, always. So I do have something to share with our mayor, but Lisa, you will always be in my heart. I will remember you, and you're a good friend to have. So Bill, I do want to share something with you that the people from the Oasis, that you've always been there, sang with us on karaoke night and have enjoyed it, but we do have something for you. So this is something that I'd like to present to you. It's a poster with many good wishes from the people of the Oasis and some people who signed tonight. So thank you so much for everything that you do. And we will always be ready to have you at a karaoke at the Oasis, okay? All right. Thank you.
Joyce Johnson, followed by Michael Knighton.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Mount Sinai Central College, I send from Dr. Roger Schultz, Superintendent President of Mount Sinai Central College, and Trustee Vicki Carpenter from the 3rd area, their regrets for not being able to attend today due to a previous board workshop. So it is my honor to speak on their behalf and on behalf of Mount Sinai Central College. With heartfelt gratitude and deep respect, we recognize the outstanding contributions of outgoing City of Menifee Mayor Bill Zimmerman and Council Member Lisa Sobek. Both leaders have left a mark on our community, and their steadfast support for higher education has been a cornerstone of their public service. Mayor Zimmerman, a former MSJC board member, was not only instrumental in the expansion of MSJC's district infrastructure and resources, but also a passionate advocate for the construction of the new stadium. His vision for the stadium highlighted his dedication to creating a meaningful connection between the Menifee community and the district he so faithfully served. His unwavering commitment to advancing educational opportunities and fostering community pride has transformed countless lives and strengthened our region's future. His legacy as a champion for education and community building will forever be a part of MSJC's story. Councilmember Sobek, tireless advocacy for higher education has extended far beyond Menifee, fostering opportunities for growth and learning throughout the broader Southwest Riverside community. Her dedication to addressing the educational needs of our region reflects her passion for empowering individuals and enriching the lives of our residents. Mayor Zimmerman and Councilman Sobek have been tremendous supporters of MSJC and true civic leaders who have profoundly impacted our college and community. On behalf of the MSJC family, we thank them for their service, leadership, and unwavering belief in the power of education. Their contributions will be forever felt for generations to come. And if I can say to Mayor Zimmerman, you coined Mount San Jacinto College is Menifee's community college, and we are so proud of that. So thank you.
Michael Knighton, followed by Tony Riverdito.
I'm not going to get Tony up here right now. Bill, Lisa, I can go on and on and on about what I want to say to you guys right now, but I'm not. What I'm going to do is I want to thank you on behalf of Jackson over there, because you somehow came up the roles, Uncle Bill, Grandma Lisa, and you have bent over backwards for my son. You don't have to do that. You're just like city council people, but you embraced my son on a personal level. And that's the coolest damn thing ever. So I want to thank you both for that. I'll see you around.
Thank you, Michael.
I am so impressed how everyone can speak from the heart, you know, and I'll go off the rails. So I'm going to read what I wrote. We moved to Sun City about the same time my friend Bill Zimmerman became mayor. Maybe a year into his term, he came and spoke at the Sun City Coordinating Council, where I was the president at that time. It was at the Cherry Hills Golf Course, and we clicked right away. Mayor Bill apparently saw something in me and immediately took me under his wing. And like he has for countless others, he introduced me to so many people. Over the 6 years, I became Citizen of the Month, participated in business academies, was event producers for a couple galas, and I'm currently on the board, a board member on the Chamber of Commerce and the Arts Council. My point is that I am just one example of what the people's mayor, Bill Zimmerman, has done for so many citizens in our wonderful city, correct? Aside from his official duties as mayor, the most remarkable thing I can say about Bill, I'm not gonna look at you, is that he always showed up. It didn't matter how big or small the event was, he was always present, which made him accessible to us, right? And if that wasn't there, and if he wasn't there, it's because he had another conflicting event, right? Otherwise, he would have been there, big or small. And what a public speaker. I mean, always conducting himself with finesse, always informed, always prepared. And I have not met anyone who knows the details and history of Menifee like Bill Zimmerman. I really hope you are designated honorary mayor because of Menifee, because you certainly have earned it and most definitely deserve the recognition. I could go on, but my time's limited. I must quickly move to Councilwoman Lisa Sobek. I consider Lisa Sobek to be a gentle giant in the city. Her list of accomplishments would take the whole evening to recite. Would you like me? No. And those of you that know her know exactly her grace, passion, dedication, and loyalty to the city have demonstrated real results. And I thank you so much for that, and so does everyone here. On behalf of your many supporters who aren't speaking today, we will never forget the legacy that the two of you have paved in Menifee. It is remarkable, and remember, you two will always be an unforgettable part of the history and fiber of this city. Moving forward, I'm sure everyone agrees that we wish all the best to the new team in the City Council, and I thank you very much.
Tony.
Well, Tony, you squeezed a lot into 3 minutes. Exactly, that's perfect. Thank you.
Nick Murch, followed by Jeremy Smith.
Yeah, I'll try not to lose it too. I'm not going to look at you. I'm sorry. So, what can I say that really already hasn't been said? The residents of Menifee are forever indebted to you, Bill Zimmerman, from your vast experience and knowledge of our wonderful city's history, to the calm, soothing demeanor to everyone that you meet. You'll be greatly missed by me, my family, and all of your friends here today, and those who couldn't make it. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate it. Careers come in phases. Your next part of your career is Scott Road trashy picking.
That's right.
Jeremy Smith, followed by Robert Friedrich.
It's weird being on this side. Jeremy Smith, council member in the city of Canyon Lake. Who here is a resident of Menifee? Raise your hand. Can you believe how blessed you all are to have those two up there and what they gave to this community? Absolutely unbelievable. You know, what's unique about being a council member is they not only give to their local community in the city of Menifee, but they serve regionally as well. And what you might know or not know is your mayor served on RCTC advocating for Menifee's needs and wants, while your councilwoman, Lisa Sobek, served on RCA. Mayor, I'm so grateful for our relationship and what we've been able to do together, and this man always answers the phone. He's always there for you, even if it's from Canyon Lake or any other regional board, and that type of leadership, those are some big boots to fill, I think. Sobek, oh man, this one's hard for me. This woman is absolutely incredible. Every time I called her, it was, hold on, my grandkids come first. Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you what I'm working on. Family's over, it's chaos, but she's always here to serve the city. And what a lot of people forget is when you become an elected official at the local level or county or state, it's full time, no matter what. And I know you as the residents here in Menifee could run into them at Lowe's or any store, and they would give you the time of day and figure out what they can do to help their community. So I'm here simply just to say, as a regional guy, as someone who believes in the two of these folks, incredible job. Absolutely incredible job. And you make us proud to be not just residents of Riverside County, but I know your folks here in Menifee are just absolutely amazed by the service that you gave to the city. So I just want to say personally from my hometown, your real next door neighbor, Canyon Lake, thank you for both of you. And we will open our gates for the two of you anytime. All right? Thank you guys, appreciate you.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Robert Friedrich, followed by Jennifer Root.
Well, hello to the both of you. I'm Robert. I'm obviously your local account executive for waste management. So I wanted to come up here, obviously, and on behalf of Lily, the entire WM team, and myself, I wanted to express our sincere gratitude to the both of you. Your selfless leadership and unwavering dedication to the Menifee community is truly inspiring. From community events to local businesses, you've left a lasting impact on many. You've consistently shown your love for everybody, and we just want to thank you and acknowledge the sacrifices that you've all made for this community. Thank you all for your tireless efforts and commitment, and we wish you all the best at Waste Management.
Thank you, Robert.
I was just going to say, I'm Jackie Johansson and Jennifer Root from the school district. I'm leaving this to Jennifer because I'm a big nerd and I'll start crying. So,
good evening, Mayor Zimmerman, Councilmember Sobek. I am here representing not only myself, our school board, our staff, and our 12,313 children in Menifee Union School District. And on behalf of all of them, we want to thank you for your service. I'll start with Councilwoman Sobek over there. Your volunteerism, I think, started in Menifee Union School District many, many years ago with many programs that you instilled for students. And that legacy for children has carried on in your work here on the council with things like the Education Summit and the work that we are able to do there to better our community and create partnerships between the city and school district. I've never worked anywhere where we've had such a great relationship with our city, and I appreciate it so greatly. So thank you for what you've done to be committed to that. Mayor Zimmerman, Literally, I can call you, and I have called you on weekends when I've needed something in the city and didn't know who to get a hold of, and you've always gotten the person connected to me to support our kids. We're on a lot of committees together. I know where your heart is. I know the work you've done, and for both of you, when I got here, I did a listening tour, and if you knew how many people, when I said, give me 3 names of people I should talk to in the city, gave me your 2 names, you would be amazed. People in the city value who you are and how you're connected to us. So we want to thank you for all you've done, and we also know you're going to continue to do great things for kids. So thank you.
Thank you both.
No other speakers.
Thank you. I want to thank all those that spoke. I think you said very well what the community thinks of our mayor and our council member here. It couldn't be said any better, and I'm sure that you'll remember that and be sorely missed. And I want to thank you for everything you've done. And with that, I would like to extend the privilege of the floor to Council Member Sobek, if you'd like to say a few things.
I do. I'm not going to cry. Thank you. First of all, I want to thank our citizens for allowing me to serve and had the faith in me to elect me and be able to serve you these last several years. It's truly been an honor. I want to thank our city staff for the talent that they bring to the city and for the hard work. I don't know if any of you know, but way back when I started on the council, and we were a small city staff. This was before Armando, that the few city staff members we had did multiple jobs. I can remember our finance person and our public works person out at the Christmas event, putting up stuff there. Everyone was putting their hands in wherever it was needed, and some of those staff members are still here. And I just, there was a staff luncheon last week. They recognized Employees of the Quarter, Employee of the Year, and it was said there that this is my work family here and on the dais. And I think that's why I have tears, is that I will miss my work family. And I just want to thank Armando for leading the ship. It was a privilege to hire you. Councilmember Liesmeyer and I looked for someone who had the ability to help start a police department. And that was one of many things that we saw in you. And as a visionary and seeing the potential, and you lead this group very well. And our city attorney, you've been here longer than me, I think. I think you were the city attorney since I've been here. But thank you for keeping us out of trouble, and thank you for the guidance that you give us as council members, and I consider you all my friends. So next would be our state and federal officials. I think most of them have gone, but I truly want to thank them for their friendship and for them supporting us at this level. I want to thank our nonprofits. Many of you spoke, and when we became a city, before we were a city, it was the nonprofits that were the backbone of the city and the chamber. And it continues to flourish, and it continues to grow. I want to thank my colleagues, each and every one of you. And I have had the privilege of working under 3 mayors and several council members, and I did see Mrs. Denver here, and I want to thank her for coming for John and let him know that I send my well wishes. Councilmember Matt Liesmeyer, Councilmember, Greg August. We had Neil Winter as mayor, and as these last few weeks, I think I've just reminisced, and it's the relationships that is the hardest for me. And I want to thank our commissioners and our committee members. Particularly, I want to thank my planning commissioner, Chris Thomas. for the longevity that you have stuck out. You are the original, from the original Planning Commission, and thank you for the institutional knowledge that you bring and will continue to bring, and I'm grateful that you're still here. I want to thank Commander Michael Cano for serving on the Measure DD. Let's see, Bruce Atwood, my senior advisory representative, thank you. And for Dave Faust, our Parks and Trail representative, you all have served well and continue. I hope you will continue to serve. Last but not least, or not, it was not last, but I have to thank my husband for his support, Jim. And I couldn't have done this without your support. And I just thank you and my family. I have one of my daughter-in-laws, Brandy, here today, and my twin granddaughters, Avery and Audrey. And I'm glad that they can make it. And I've missed some sports events because of city council responsibilities and other events, but tried to make as many as I could because family is number one. When I came on the council, I had a vision of, I wanted the residents to know they were cared about. I wanted transparency. I wanted, and so my creative mind went to work. And I wanted our residents to feel like they could step up and do the same thing. And I have seen our community grow and so many people who want to serve, because where you have a servant heart, you have a better community. Where you have strong families, which is a foundation of a community, you have a stronger community. Where you have education, you have a stronger community. And those have been some of my things that I've wanted to do. Dean, thank you for your expertise on the Finance Committee. This man is amazing. He has brought his institutional knowledge to our city from the county of years of serving there in the finance department, and his wisdom. And I want to thank you for that. For Bob, I want to thank you for your voice. I think that's the one thing I think about, and how sometimes I felt bad for the people that you put on trial, but I was like, yeah, Bob, you go. But I want to thank you. It's been a privilege serving as a planning commissioner with you and getting to know you and your wife, Janessa, and I know you've gone through some things recently, and you guys are doing great, and send love to your son and your daughter. And I look forward to you continuing to serve. We really have the greatest mayor, I agree. He always made us council feel as a team, and he used that word very frequently. It was always us. There's no I in team. And I was hoping to look forward to continuing that, because we are all a team. This is your city, and you just give us the privilege of doing this for a little bit. But Bill, you're a gentleman. You're more than a leader. You're a servant of God. You're an honest man, a man of integrity, and you just had the biggest heart for everyone in this community. And I just want to thank you for that, and thank you for that example. And you came in at a hard time, and Neil came in at a harder time, where we had a little bit of a black cloud, and then you were willing to step in. I know you didn't want to do it at the beginning. I remember that. You didn't want to do it, and it took us 60 days to talk you into it. So thank you for what you've done and led us. And then Councilmember Estrada, it's been, I believe, in the election process, and the voters have spoken, so I wish you the best in your new role. I just didn't want to forget anyone. I hope I hit everyone. Our police department, our public works, our fire department, our first responders. Thank you for taking care of our citizens. And citizens, thank you for, again, allowing me to serve. And I just wish you all a very Merry Christmas and holiday, however you celebrate it. And great things are ahead, and we are going to continue to be a light and a shining city throughout Riverside County. Oh, I did forget. I wanted to welcome Dan. I wanted to welcome Dan Temple as the new District 3 council member, his wife Naomi. He is going to do a great job, and I look forward to watching you on YouTube and watching the city council meetings. And District 3 is very fortunate to have you. So thank you, and thank you for the residents for voting him in. It's been my pleasure.
Well said, Councilmember Sobek, and best wishes. Now I'd like to extend the privilege of the floor to our Mayor Zimmerman.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. And, you know, hearing Councilmember Sobek's words, she really did an amazing job. And you have been a lady, and kind of like all of us try to be gentlemen, but you are somebody who has been a role model to the young females that are out there looking up to you. It's just a real privilege to be able to serve alongside you, and I know your heart. You said a lot of kind words about me, and I was like, well, that's the same thing I think about you. So anyway, it's been a pleasure working with you. No, you're a lady, yeah. I want to say this is just such a nice turnout today. Here we are having a special meeting at 4 o'clock, and I see all these friendly faces and people that are supporters, and it's just really, really heartwarming to me knowing that there's people who appreciate public service and willing to come out and be here tonight. And it's just really nice to hear all those positive, kind words from the podium, and that nice video that our staff put together. It was really a joy to watch that. And the Quilt of Valor, Rose, wherever you are, there you are. Thank you for that. That really meant a lot to me. I remember going to those Quilt of Valor events and thinking, I'd get a tear every time I'd see a Vietnam veteran being wrapped and cloaked in that quilt, and you could just see them well up. And some of these are tough-looking guys, and they're crying, and I felt that same thing tonight. So thank you. All of you that are here, you're people that care, and it really means a lot. And it's been a real honor and a privilege to be able to serve this city. For all of these years, I've lived in this city for 35 years, and I've been a public official for 16 years, starting as a planning commissioner and then a parks commissioner and then as the mayor. So this is my hometown, and I love it here. And community is about people, and that's really what it is. It's about connecting people, and it's about uplifting each other, and I really see that here in Menifee, and that's what just makes this a place that's so special in my heart. I want to thank our council members, and it's Councilmember Sobek, but at the time, Greg August, Matt Leesmeyer, John Denver were the ones who had enough confidence in me to encourage me to run, and they knew that we'd be in good hands, and that was just really nice. Thank you for that vote of confidence. And I also want to thank the voters in 2020 for also having that same vote of confidence in me and extending my term for another full 4 years. And it just seems like it went by so fast. You know, they say your time on stage is short and the curtains close, and today that's happening. But I can look back with fondness because I know that we've accomplished so much, and we have done that together. I'm appreciative to my wife, and I'm appreciative to my daughter, Jennifer. They've been patient, and they've been very understanding and supportive during all of this time, these 16 years of being a public official. So thank you both for being such good supporters and being so understanding. When I was being asked or actually considered for this role, I sat down with a former council member, and she asked me, she said, politicians have an agenda. What's yours? And I thought about it, and I said, I really don't have an agenda, but what I really would like to accomplish is to be able to have our city's reputation be solid, and that we function well together. And it's something that in the past the council struggled with. And really, who benefits from that? The city does, because there's a lot of would-be businesses out there, restaurants and small businesses and large businesses, that look at our city and they watch these council meetings and they see how our chamber functions. They see how we function together. If we're if there's turbulence on the dais, they don't have confidence, and they may say, you know what, I'm going to take my $12 million, I'm going to open my business somewhere else. So it's important for us to be functional for the sake of business development. I remember when I was sworn in, it was the night that I was sworn in, and we were asked to say a few words, and I said that I really want to bring the council together. I want us to be a team, and I used that word. And Greg August was sitting next to me, and he goes, good luck with that one. And I remember going, oh man, I'm 15 seconds into this role, and he's already saying there's no way. But thank you, Greg, because that just encouraged me even more, and here we are today, and I think we have been a well-functioning team for these last 6.5 years, and I hope it continues. So our city manager, Armando Villa, I remember our very first meeting, it lasted for about 4 hours, but you kind of talked to me about some of the turbulence and some of the things that the council was experiencing at the time, and I asked you to help me be able to do my desire, and that's to have us be a team. And you've done that. You've helped me shine shine the spotlight on all of us together and not on me. And that was great advice, and it's worked out very well. When we have our State of the City address, you don't see my picture on the invitation. It's the city of Menifee is hosting it, and that's the way we do it. And that's it's really the way a team functions. I think we've all recognized the mayor's role is much more than just here at voting on every other Wednesday night. That is a big part of it, but it's really about 20% of the effort and the scope of service. The majority of the mayor's role have found is time spent out in the community, being a spokesperson and an advisor, being a role model to our youth, a partner to our Chamber of Commerce in business attraction and retention. And I see Tony LaPiccolo is here. Tony, you were an awesome general manager or president, whatever the position is. What is it? CEO? President. Tony, you and I worked together, and man, we just grew our businesses, and it was just a real pleasure to work with you. Thank you for all that great service. It's also advocating for funds from our county and from our state, and especially from our federal government. Our Congressman Calvert has been very, very good to this city. He meets with me and our Mayor Pro Tem every year, and he says, what do you guys need? Where do you need gap funding? What projects are you almost there on? And can we make a nexus to be able for me to take this back to DC and see if we can shake the money tree? And he always did. He came through, and so I want to thank him. He deserves a round of applause for being so good to this city. But there's no way that we're going to get that money if council members don't have a rapport with those electeds up above us and the ones that are controlling those funds. And we've worked really hard to be able to do that. And I want to thank all the mayor pro tems that have joined me whenever we've had those meetings with our elected officials. I tried to also use this title of mayor to benefit others. It's not about me. It's especially used for our local service organizations, and I think about our Rotary Club and our Boys and Girls Club, our Chamber of Commerce, and our Cupboard. These are organizations that hold fundraiser galas, but that money goes back to the community. And if the mayor or a council person can help by using this role to be able to establish a rapport with those businesses, that money is going to be able to come to support those galas and those fundraisers. I want to tell you about one of my favorite parts of being the mayor, and that is working with our youth. they are our future, and so it's important for us to focus on our young people. And I absolutely love visiting our K-8 schools and our high schools, Student Venture Club over at Heritage High School. Mr. Bowman is a Business 101 teacher at MSJC, and he invites me every year to come and speak to his class. And we talk about business development, the difference between private and public partnerships and all those things. There's a lot of campus clubs. There's a lot of opportunities. I think of Councilmember Sobek and I met with the students year after year over at Oak Meadows. They're the student council kids, and we would talk to them about serving others or kindness. And it was just wonderful to be able to connect with our kids and be role models. Our NJROTC cadets over at Paloma Valley High School, what a great program. Probably one of the best things that ever happened to this city's Master Sergeant Puebla. And he would invite us, and Councilmember Sobek would join me, and we would be there every time they do pass and review or any of the graduations or even fundraisers and barbecues and stuff. Try to be there because those students want to know that their city cares about them. We have a Youth Leaders of Menifee program here, a You Matter program that I try my very best to attend, and our Boys and Girls Club and our Scout troops. They always invite the council members and the mayor, and I just have absolutely loved connecting with our kids, and that's probably the part I'm going to miss the most. I did my best also to connect to our HOAs. We have Sun City Civic Association, Sun Meadows, the club, the Holiday, Audie Murphy Ranch, Heritage Lake, the Oasis. Those, let's just name a few, and they always invite our council to come and share about things that are happening, and then do a Q&A. But they're always very welcoming too, and I just absolutely enjoyed that. It's a great way to have our finger on the pulse of our local neighborhoods, and to be able to take their concerns and even their good suggestions back to City Hall and ask our team of staff to be able to address those things. So thank you to all our HOAs for this great partnership. I have an admiration for all of those commissioners. Councilmember Sobek mentioned hers, and I want to mention some of mine. I inherited all of mine from Mayor Winter, and I wanted to respect his choices and not go in there and go taking people out and putting new people in. And so those were Planning Commissioner Randy Madrid, our Senior Advisory Committee member Gloria Sanchez, who's the chair. Marty Rosen was our Parks Commissioner. Arthur King-Ma was Measure DD. Arthur resigned, and I asked Michael Knighton to take his place. And when Marty Rosen passed, I selected Bill Ackerman to be my Parks and Recs Commissioner. They have all done a tremendous job, and I think they deserve a round of applause as well. Okay, well, I'm going to wrap it up here, but I do want to share a few fond highlights. We saw that video, and it was kind of neat, showed a lot of these events, but I always enjoyed when our council would go to the ballpark over in Lake Elsinore Storm and throw out the first pitch. But I also got to throw out the first pitch, and Dean Dynas joined me at some of these at the Menifee girls softball league that plays over at Marion Ashley Center, and also our Menifee Valley Little League. Every year they have me come out and say a few words to the team on their opening ceremonies. I'm going to miss that. There's also something we all did together, and that was the opening of Gale Webb Action Sports Park. It's a BMX pump track. What a great thing to add to our city. Very unique. Of course, we did our Scott Road widening, and I got to put the shovel in the ground, and 18 months later, I cut the ribbon. We recently opened up Holland Road overpass and a brand new fire station. I got to join Councilmember Sobek and the council back then when we voted to form our Menifee Police Department. But what I want to share with you is one of the most enjoyable evenings I've ever had. And that was when we paraded in the brand new police cars on our first night, and we visited all these parks and drove up and down the streets, and you folks, the residents, were there holding up signs that said welcome. And I remember I was riding with, today he's Captain Eddie Gutierrez, and he said, man, this is just the coolest place. I'm so stoked to be here in Menifee and to be a brand new police officer with these people welcoming us like this. And so I want to thank you guys for doing that. I mentioned our public safety, our ladder truck, our second medic squad over at Station 7, and our brand new fire station in Quail Valley. And then I want to share a real fast story. I remember negotiating with the Legato folks, with our city manager. The two of us were in there, and they wanted to meet with us, and they showed us this project, and it was nice. It had a lot of homes on it, but Armando said, there's just no sense of place here. We want you to, and he had a bunch of suggestions to widen the main street and to have some stations along there, and where it's kind of interactive as you're hiking. And we talked about a lot of those sense of place things, and then in the end, kind of like Columbo did, oh, there's one more thing. And I said, I want a community center as part of this project. And I remember the guys held their chest and, this is $4 million you're asking for, Mr. Mayor. And I was like, yes, but this has got a lot of homes, and it's going to be a good project. But if you want my support, this city needs more community centers. So they kind of grumbled and walked out the door. But a month later, we had a second meeting with the same developers, and they opened up the plans. And there was this really nice roundabout and a widened parkway and that real nice interactive thing and a community center on their dime, and that's a gift to this city. So I thought that was awesome. Speaking of community centers, I remember that I arranged a meeting with our county supervisor for Councilmember Sobek and I to drive up to Riverside and go to the county administration center and ask about the excess property that's at where the Menifee Library is there on La Piedra and Menifee Road. And we said, hey, there's about 4 extra acres, and is that something that can be conveyed to the city? And the supervisor said, well, what do you want it for? And we said, we want to build a community center there. And he said, well, makes sense to me. And so we all shook hands, and it took about maybe 5-6 months, but the Board of Supervisors, Chuck Washington was here earlier. I want to thank him. But it was Jeff Hewitt who was our supervisor at the time, because we were in District 5. And today we have that property. It is Menifee property. We have a design that's in process right now. And in a few years, I think we're going to see a really nice community center. And I thought that was a win. So long distance high five. When I came on as mayor, they said, you're going to also need to serve on these regional committees, and Neil Winter was RCTC commissioner. And so I started going to those meetings, driving to downtown Riverside. And man, I tell you, I'm here to just tell you, I was in over my head. I didn't know what all the acronyms were, having conversations about things, and I was like, I got some catching up to do here. And that it was like the second meeting that I was there, they had this thing called a call for projects. And I didn't know this, but they had been working on this list for something like a year with 6 committee members. And they started with 20 projects, and they whittled it down to 6 projects that they were going to add to the list and start the funding process. And I remember thinking, boy, I wish our Garbani Road interchange that we're going to need in the future could get added to this list somehow. And so I mustered up all the bravery I could, and I pushed my speak button, and I said, I would like to approve this list, but I want to add Garbani Road interchange. And I remember there was like all this murmuring going on, like, who's this guy with his what's a Garbani? But it was Councilman Jeremy Smith, who's in the back. Give a wave, Jeremy, from Canyon Lake. And he said the words, Mayor Zimmerman, is that a motion? And I said, well, yes, it is. And he goes, then I'll second it. And thank you for doing that, Jeremy, because we called for the question and the vote passed, and we were able to get Garbani Road snuck in there. 11th hour, Ann Mayer was the director at the time, and after the meeting, she goes, I've never seen anybody sneak a project in like that, but you did it. And so anyway, we're better for it because that project, thank you. That project moved up the list and has been moving up the list, and we're working on getting it shovel ready, and once that's in place, we're going to need that, you guys. We need a full interchange. So, all right, that was that. I really like that we now have a Foodie Friday. I remember advocating for a pop-up food event, and we didn't really know what that was. We do Foodie Friday now. What a great thing for our residents. One of the things I really pushed for when we were doing our CIP is to have a traffic signal installed on Antelope right in front of MSJC. It is heck getting out of there. It's dangerous. And when we have a big event, how nice it is to have a signal. And so our staff listened, and we got that accomplished. I owe Armando a beer because that was our bet. I said, I don't think that by the time I'm off being mayor that won't get done. And he said, let's do a bet. And we did. It was one beer, so I owe you. But anyway, thank you, Armando. You guys, your team has done an awesome job at listening to the council about our CIP needs. I see Sal in the back. He's with our Sun City Cruisers. And it's just a real joy to have been able to connect him to our city. He said that, Bill, we got this great car club and we don't have any events. And I said, well, we do Foodie Fridays and we do all these things. And so let me get you connected. And we've done that. And so well done, Sal. We're going to do good things ahead. Finally, there's so much more, but I'm just going to wrap it up. I just want to thank all of my colleagues. I think we've been a great team. Our staff has been wonderful. All of our friends here, thank you guys. It's been a real privilege to be at your service and to be the mayor. I'm going to miss this tremendously. I know I'm going to wake up in the morning and go, I need to, oh wait, no, I don't. But really, this is just a wonderful place, and thank you guys for being here tonight, and thank you for this great honor. I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you, thank you guys. Thank you. Wow. Thank you all. That really means a lot. Thank you.
Well, Bill, if you only had some friends to show up tonight, it would have been great. No. Lisa and Bill, you will be sorely missed on the council here, and but best wishes. That will bring us then to item 4.4, presentation of certificates of election and oath of office. Madam Clerk, do we have any speakers?
We do have two speakers. If
Okay,
I can have Hugo Divers, followed by Daniel Stevens.
I remind you that we have a 3-minute limit.
Good evening, Menifee. Thank you, Mayor. I'm a coach and an umpire in that Menifee Little League, and we love having you come out and do the first pitch. Definitely approachable. I think every opportunity that I've had to meet you, you've spent that time to speak with me and talk about whatever I had going on. My very first meeting with you wasn't a pleasant one. I guess I had an issue with the Menifee Police Department that you rapidly responded to and got corrected and figured out. So I do want to thank you for that. A lot of people in my position or in my from my stance, we don't know the type of commitment you had to this community. I was able to purchase my first home in Menifee. I'm a veteran. So Menifee allowed me and my family to plant our flag here, and everything that we've seen since we moved here has been, outstanding. Your leadership has been outstanding, and we thank you. For the oncoming mayor, we thank you as well. There's been a lot of things that you've done for our community that, I personally recognize that you've done. I'm looking forward to you being that leader and carrying on what Mayor Zimmerman has done. We will hold you accountable. We'll make sure that, we're getting Menifee to the right place. And, I just wanted to thank you and congratulate you. And just looking forward to the next few years with you as our mayor, sir. Thank you. You have a good evening.
Daniel Stevens.
Good evening, and it's just nice to see politicians not slinging mud and hating on each other, so it's a wonderful experience here today. I'm just going to read a few things from my own thoughts, because I was a former pastor, and you don't give a pastor a mic because he might preach at you and take about 3 hours. So as a former big city police officer, military veteran, and pastoral counselor, I have highest confidence and assurance that Menifee's future looks strong and safe with Mayor-elect Estrada. When I first met you a few months ago, I realized you were the man for the job. Your experience as a city council member is a great stepping stone to leading the city. You swore an oath to protect and defend the Constitution and our American way of life via the military. And it's more difficult to get in and serve in the military than a prestigious university. Over 80% of our nation cannot even qualify to serve in the United States Air Force. In addition to this, 4 out of 5 Americans don't even qualify to serve in our military. And so for that, thank you for your service. As an education, you educate our children, and their future is secure because of all your service to the young people of this community. Menifee's in good hands with your incoming leadership, and it will elevate this city and the residents that you will honorably serve. Thank you, and congratulations.
No other speakers.
No more, okay. And with that, it will be time to swear in our newly elected members of the council, and I will ask that Bob Carwin join the city clerk at the front of the dais.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your city clerk, Stephanie Rosine.
All right. If I can have you raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and state your name,
I, Bob Carwin,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic.
foreign and domestic.
I will bear true faith and allegiance
I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and I will well and faithfully
and I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I'm about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
If you would like to come sign your oath of office. Thank you, sir.
We're good?
We're good.
Thank you.
You may be seated now. At this time, I'll ask that Dan Temple join the city clerk at the dais, in front of the dais.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and state your name,
I, Daniel Temple,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I bear true faith
that I bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California.
and I take this obligation freely
And I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion.
and I will well and faithfully
And I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I'm about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
Ricky, you got to wait till I introduce you. Okay. At this time, I ask Ricky Estrada to join the clerk of the board.
Have you raise your right hand and repeat after me? I, and state your name,
I, Ricky Estrada,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and I will well and faithfully
and I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I'm about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
Then at this time, we will recess for reorganization, and you can have an opportunity to congratulate everyone. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
Meeting.
Okay.
We're going to
Good evening,
reconvene here.
everybody. Good evening. Can everybody please take a seat? We are about to reconvene the meeting. Can everyone please take a seat? We are about to reconvene the meeting, please. Okay, we'll give everyone a couple more seconds to get settled in. Okay, good evening, everybody. We are on the latter half of our first special city council meeting. We are now on item 4.6, roll call of seated city council. Madam Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Councilmember Carwin.
Here.
Councilmember Temple.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Dinas.
Here.
And Mayor Estrada.
And I am here. Thank you very much, Madam Clerk. We are now on agenda item 4.7, privilege of the floor extended to incoming members of the City Council. Councilmember Carwin, would you like to say a few words, sir?
There's been a lot said tonight. I want to say welcome, Mayor-elect Estrada, and I want to say welcome to our new Councilmember Dan Temple. I look forward to keeping the work going that we've done. We've made a lot of great progress over my last 4 years here on the City Council, and I look forward to keeping this rig rolling to prosperity and success and safety and just all the wonderful things that Menifee means. So thanks very much for trusting me with this, and let's go.
Thank you, Councilmember Carwin. I will now extend the floor to Councilmember Temple.
Thank you. I am excited to start, and it's been a really wonderful thing to have so many incredibly encouraging and uplifting people who helped me with this. And I just remember all the times talking with the various people, and they would say, don't forget the veterans, they're great people. And I said, okay, love the veterans. Don't forget the kids. Don't forget the families. Don't forget the schools. Don't forget the businesses. And all these organizations were important. And what I learned, and I think I really learned this most from Mayor Zimmerman, was we serve those whom, or we love those whom we serve. And I look forward to serving the people of Menifee and loving the various groups and, as Bob said, continuing the growth and trajectory that our city has been on. I love our city, and I look forward to being here and working collaboratively with the City Council.
Thank you, Councilmember Temple. Now this is the time for the mayor's remarks. I want to say thank you to everybody here in attendance. I want to say thank you to every single resident. We're all here today for the residents. Thank you to Almighty God who has given me the opportunity to serve the residents and help the world and this world we all live in together. And thank you to my amazing wife who has supported me and loved me in this mission to help the residents. I want to say thank you to all the city management, executive team, our police and fire departments, public works, city clerk's office, IT, public information, community service, and each and every department who works hard to organize and manage our everyday operations. And I look forward to working together with this up and coming city. And thank you to my colleagues on the City Council. This day where we certify the election is not really about any of us elected. It's always been about you, the people, the residents. And going forward, my goals are to provide you with strong public safety, improvement of the roads, and thriving economic development. As we move forward into this new era of leadership, I will work hard as your mayor and your representative. I will work hard to deliver that unique identity we all want for our city. Our city needs more businesses, entertainment, parks, and open space, to name a few. And we need to be set apart from the rest of the region. And I have full confidence that the City Council and this staff can accomplish that. In conclusion, the present is bright and our future is much brighter. Thank you. We will now move on to agenda item 4.8, appointment of Mayor Pro Tem. Madam Clerk, can you please introduce this item?
Thank you, Mayor. It is a tradition every year that the sitting city council rotates a mayor pro tem to serve for the following calendar year. So with that, I open it up to the mayor and city councils to nominate the 2025 mayor pro tem.
Okay, city council members, do we have any questions from staff on this item? Hearing none. Madam Clerk, are there any public speakers?
We have none.
We have none. Okay, thank you, Madam Clerk. Now I will bring it back behind the dais. Does the city council have any comments where we like to discuss, or would we like to nominate anybody for Mayor Pro Tem? Councilmember Dynas.
Yes, under the circumstances with the new members and one missing, I think the city would be best served if Member Carwin would serve as Mayor Pro Tem, and therefore I make that motion.
Okay. I would second that motion. That's a great recommendation. Councilmember Carwin, would you like to accept that nomination?
I do. I'd be thrilled to do it. Be great to usher us into the next era, and I'm happy to do it and look forward to working with staff on our State of the City theme.
Okay. Thank you very much. Can we get it all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. Then the nomination is approved. Congratulations, Councilmember Carwin, future Mayor Pro Tem. With that concludes this meeting. The public is also welcome to join us at our 6 o'clock meeting where we will discuss city regular business. For now, at 6:06, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.